Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. So today I'll be reviewing my deck profile of Gear Chronicle, otherwise known as Gear Cancer. For this deck, it mainly focuses in getting GB8 faster when the GB8 card comes out. But yeah, for now it also relies on Gear Groovy and then also Chrono Jet Dragon G's first effect, which is gain 1k for your Zodiac Time Beast Rearguards and then 5k for himself. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get on to the deck profile. So for starter, I run Chronogen. I tried a lot of times with Chronogen G, didn't work well with me. Chronogen is, I think for me, Chronogen still works best. Basically, effect is Pioneer, and then second effect, Generation Break 1. When this card is placed onto the bind zone from your rearguard circle, put this unit into your soul. If you do search attack for a grade 3 unit with Chrono Jet in name and call it out to the rearguard circle. And at the end of the turn, that card goes back to your hand. Yeah. So this mainly helps you filter out your Chrono Jet Dragon G. So that's for the starter. So I'll head on to the G zone first. So for G Guardians, I have 1 Alim, 1 Hetero Round, and 3 Uluru. And then Gear Groovy for next stage, 1 Panlong, 1 Chronos Command, and 1 Split Pegasus. Okay, beginning from Split Pegasus, the mainly I only play one is because not for its 1k base, so you don't usually see the 4 copies. He's there mainly because to gain early GB2, or when I do not need to use either Chronos Command effect or Metal Pulsar Panlong effect, so I can just strike to Split Pegasus and then open either one of them. Yeah. So basically, effect is second effect is continuous in the G zone. All your Zodiac Time Beast in the front row gets 1k. Next is once per turn, counter blast 1, flip up a G unit from your G zone face up. Then after that, from your field, choose one of the Zodiac Time Beast rearguard and send it back to the deck. Search your deck for up to 2 copies with the grade -1. So example, if I send a grade 3 back to the deck, I call 2 grade 2s. If I were to send 1 grade 2, I call 2 grade 1s. If I send grade 1, I call 2 grade 0s. Basically, that's how the effect works. Next is Chronos Command. Effect is Counter Blast 2 and Soul Blast 1. During the Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 1 and drop 1 card. During the turn when this unit attack hits, you may send all your rearguards from your opponent's field back to the bottom of the deck in any order. Yeah. Next is Panlong. Basically, Counter Blast 1 after the end of the turn that this unit attacks, you may choose a grade 1 or higher unit from your bind zone. Either call it to the rearguard or you put it back to your hand. So this he either adds to hand for Gear Groovy gaining next stage effect, or you just use it for guarding, or yeah, that sort of thing. Next is for next stage. Basically, next stage effect is Counter Blast 1, Generation Break 2, Counter Blast 1 and drop 3 card. Flip up 1 next stage. After this unit attacks, you may restand it. Yeah. Basically, it's your restander of the deck. So next is Gear Groovy. Basically, Generation Break 2, flip up a Gear Groovy, and then choose up to 2 Gear Dragons from your G zone, and then copy their effects. And then at the end of their turn, they get the auto ability. Next is once per turn, Generation Break 3, Soul Blast 1, flip up a G unit from your G zone, and then this unit plus 5000. And for the record, if you guys do not know, it's a Zodiac Time Beast, so with Split Pegasus, he gets extra 1k. Yeah. Next is 3 Uluru. Effect is when this unit is placed on the Guardian Circle, you may choose a trigger unit and a normal unit, return it back to the bottom of the deck. If you do, this card gets extra 5000 shield. Next is Hetero Round. Soul Blast 1, when this unit is placed on the Guardian Circle, you may choose one of your opponent's unit on the field and send it back to the bottom. If you do, your opponent shuffles the deck and calls the top card to the rearguard circle. Yeah. This is normally combo with the Vanguard cat for defense purposes. And then finally we have Steam Maiden Alim. Basically, when it's placed on the Guardian Circle, from the drop zone, choose 2 cards with Chrono Jet in different names and return to the bottom. If you do, this card gets additional 15k. This is a 30k card if you were to utilize the effect. So that's it for my G units. Now I'll move on to my grade 3s. For grade 3s, I run 4 Chrono Jet Dragon G, 2 Chrono Jet Dragons, and 1 Chrono Fang Tiger G. Chrono Fang Tiger G is mainly there for doing time leap purposes. If you know, in my previous video, you will see the combos. Yeah. Basically, Vanguard Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1, and buy a card from the field. Basically, during the turn where this unit finishes its attack, you may send a card in the same column as this unit to the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Next is Chrono Jet Dragon. It's mainly there for either Alim's effect or your alternate grade 3 if you cannot write into Chrono Jet Dragon G. Basically, effect is Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks, your opponent cannot use a grade 1 or higher unit to call cards to the Guardian Circle, and then it gets 5k. Next effect is Counter Blast 1. During the turn where you perform strike, choose one of your opponent's units in the field and return it to the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I play 2. Finally, we have the main card, which is Chrono Jet Dragon G. Basically, first effect continuous. For each 2 face-up cards in your G zone, this unit gets 5k and your Zodiac Type Beast Rearguards gets 1k. Yeah. And then the second effect is during the turn where you strike either a Zodiac Time Beast or Gear Dragon, you may choose to call a card and then time leap a unit from your field. Yeah. So you can choose not to call the card, but you can still time leap the card. Yeah. So that's for the grade 3s. Grade 2s, 2 Shift Barretts, 2 Chrono Spin Serpent, 3 History Maker, 1 Luga Ure, 1 of these Peacock, and then 2 Upstream. So for Upstream effect is basically Generation Break 1. When this unit attacks, you may give it 4000. If you do, at the end of the turn, this unit attack, return it back to the bottom of the deck. If you do, search for a grade lower than this card and then call it to the Rearguard Circle as rest. Normally, I will use him to call either TikTok or my Steam Sniper for other purposes. Yeah. Next is Peacock. Basically, during the turn where this unit gets time leaped from the deck, it gets the effect continuous. This card cannot be sent back to the bottom by any card. So if you were to mirror match against Gear Chronicle, this card cannot be sent back by Hetero round. Next is Luga Ure. Basically, from Rearguard, when this unit attacks, if you have a Zodiac Time Beast Vanguard, it gets 2k, 11k attacker. Next is from Rearguard, Soul Blast 1. When you drive check a grade 3 Zodiac Time Beast, you may Soul Blast 1 and then time leap this unit. So this is one of the main cards that usually I will time leap into Chrono Fang G. Next is History Maker. To me, 3 is enough because this deck mainly focuses in powering up the Zodiac Time Beast. So effect is Generation Break 1. Counter Blast 1. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, time leap 1 card from your deck, from your field. Next is Chrono Spin Serpent. I play 2, reason being usually you get the chance to draw him for main Vanguard and then 10k base vanilla. Next is Shift Barrett, Generation Break 2, Counter Blast 1, retire this unit. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, at the end of your turn, search your deck for up to 2 cards with Chrono Jet in name, call 1 to the Rearguard Circle and put 1 to your hand. Next is Rearguard. When your Vanguard with Chrono Jet attacks, this card gets 2k. So when next stage attacks for 2 times, it gets 4k instant. Yep, so that's for the grade 2s. Moving on to grade 1s. I run 2 Chrono Ethos Jackal, 3 Steam Breath, 2 Melons, 1 TikTok, 1 of this guy, and 1 Steam Sniper, 1 Rebasim, and 3 I mean Alim. So Alim's effect is basically when this unit is placed onto the Guardian Circle from your hand, you may choose to drop a card. If you do, protect your Vanguard until the end of the battle. And next, if you have another Alim in the drop zone, you may counter charge one, or in other words, unflip one. Next is Rebasim. Basically, drop one card from your hand. When this unit is placed onto the rearguard from the deck through time lead, you may add this to your hand. Yeah, but it needs Generation Break on. Next is Steam Sniper. Basically, first effect, Soul Blast 1, drop one card. During the turn when this unit boosted a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, time lead this card. Next is Generation Break 1, Counter Blast 1. When this unit is placed onto the bind zone from the rearguard circle, you may draw a card. Next is this card, which counters Narukami sometimes. Counter Blast 1, when this unit is placed onto the rearguard circle, you may choose 2 cards from your bind zone and return them back to the deck. If you do, shuffle it, draw 1 and soul charge 1. Next is Takeaway. Takeaway's effect is Generation Break 1. When a card time leaps, you may return 1 card back to the bottom of the deck from the drop zone. So it includes the card that got time leap and then called back from the bind zone. So you'll be returning 2 cards in 1 turn. Next, Melon. Melon is there for its calling grade 0 to combos. Next effect is Generation Break 1. During your turn, you may give 4k. If you do, after it attacks, send this card back to the deck and then search for a card 1 grade lesser than this card and call it to the rearguard circle as rest. Next is Steam Breath. Basically, strike folder. When you want to strike, this card gets grade added by 2. Next is when this unit is placed onto the rearguard from hand, you may show a grade 3 to your opponent. If you do, search your deck for a card with Chrono Jet in name, add it to your hand. And yeah, you can either search for Chrono Jet or Chrono Jet G. Next, finally, we have Chrono Ethos Jackal. This is for either early 11k attack or at the back 7k boost with Chrono Jet effect, which can make a magic number of 9k boosts. Yeah. So that's for the grade 1s. Finally, moving on to the grade 0s and triggers. One TikTok, because his effect is Generation Break 1. During the turn when one of your Gear Chronicle units attack, move this into your soul, time lead that unit. So this is normally used during Melon's call. You call Melon out, Melon calls out, and then do his shenanigans and stuff. Yeah. Then next for triggers, there's 6 crates, 2 draws, and then I run 4 types of different stand. 1 Vainglory, 1 Hypnosis Sheet, 1 Yawata, and 1 Doki Doki Worker, I think. And then 4 heal. Worker's effect is basically Generation Break 1. During a turn when this unit boosts a Vanguard, at the end of the turn, return this card back to the deck, shuffle it, and then after that, choose 1 card from your G zone and then flip it face down. So this card returns your G zone face down. Next is Yawata. Basically, Generation Break 1, when this unit is placed onto the bind zone from the rearguard circle, return this card back to the bottom of the deck, draw 2, return 1 card from your hand back to the deck and then shuffle it. Yep. Next is Hypnosis Sheet. Generation Break 1. Choose 1. Choose 1. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from your hand, it gets the following effect. Choose 1 Zodiac Time Beast rearguard from your field, return it to the bottom, put this card into the soul, and then after one of your units Zodiac Time Beast attacks, stand back one of the Zodiac Time Beast units. Next is Vainglory, normally used for either Hetero round or I'm riding Chrono Jet Dragon G. Next effect is Generation Break 1, once per turn. Send this card back to the deck, shuffle it. When a card from your opponent's field gets sent to the bottom of the deck, you may choose your Vanguard. If you do, it gets 10k. Yeah, that's simple. Next is this worker. Basically, move this to your soul when your Vanguard with Chrono Jet attacks. Grade 3 Vanguard with Chrono Jet attacks. you may draw one, and then after that your Vanguard gets 5k. Yep, so that's the deck. So with that, I hope you guys like this deck profile of my Gear Chronicle deck. If you have suggestions to improve the deck, do comment down below and do subscribe to my channel. Like, share and subscribe to the channel, and do comment down below to tell us what you guys want to see next. So see you guys next time. Bye.